So we'll begin practice laying on our backs today. Make yourself comfortable. Not hard to do on your back. And so you can bend your knees, placing the heels just in front of your sitting bones, your buttocks. And then bring the hands over the belly. Try touching the fingertips so you can feel the upper belly. Deepen the breath by first slowing your exhale. And then notice the belly rising on the inhale. Imagine that breath as a balloon radiating out in all directions. And to refine the breath, we'll work with what's called samavriti, or same length inhale-exhale. So try to exhale to 5 seconds or longer. And then breathing with an ocean sound, try to slow the inhale to the same length by letting the air in slowly. Take the hands slightly further apart so you can feel the sides of the ribs, the elbows go out more. Loop your shoulder heads back into the floor, opening the chest. And then see if you can feel that belly breath radiating outwards against the hands, expanding laterally. See if you can draw that belly breath all the way up into the heart. And cultivate a feeling of gratitude for this breath you're able to take. And to expand that gratitude, you're welcome to contemplate where the breath comes from. From an anatomical perspective, the act of breathing in is actually the universe pushing its energy into you due to differences in the atmospheric pressure and the pressure inside of the thoracic. So it's like the universe is breathing you. And the practice of breathing and bandha is the practice of using what are called energetic valves in yoga to control that pressure difference, creating a really soft constriction or a gentle tightening in the back of the throat to help regulate the flow of the breath, of the energy, of the prana. So rest your hands on the floor next to your hips now. On a long inhalation, lift the arms slowly over your head, keeping the elbows straight. And try to take about 5 seconds. Long exhale, reversing the movement, slowly bringing the hands to the floor near the hips. And again, long inhale, reaching back. You can experiment with the width. And then a long exhale, slowly lowering. Continue at your own pace. 5 seconds in. Extra challenge, hold the breath at the end of the inhale for a few seconds. Arms hovering just above ground. And then again, continue with that 5-second exhale or longer. Extra challenge, hold the breath for a few seconds at the end of the exhale as well. And so what we're doing is called Vinyasa Yoga, linking breath with movement. But this is also what's called a pranayama practice. We're just using the movement of the arms to help accentuate the qualities of the breath. And so anytime the arms are reaching in this overhead position, like including downward dog or warrior one, allow the shoulder blades to lift up to the ears. And you may be able to get the rib cage to lift towards the chin as well. And that can really help enhance the expanding quality of the inhalation. On the exhale, try to visualize the ribs moving in towards the core of the body, compressing the air out. And that could be very subtle or it could be stronger. Stronger isn't always better. Oftentimes the subtle will do the job and allow us to also cultivate a more meditative state as we're doing it. And then we'll finish off the next cycle. So you can finish off with your hands next to your feet. Second variation now. On a long inhalation, lift the arms over the head, about 5 seconds again. Keep the overhead position. Exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale, bring the arms down. Keep lifting the hips. And then exhale, slowly roll down through the vertebra, scooping that tailbone towards the knees. And repeat. Inhale to move the arms. Exhale to move the spine, lift the hips. Inhale, move the arms, slowly bring them down. Exhale, moving the spine. So continue with that variation. Intermediate form starts the same way, inhaling to reach back. End of exhale, once the hips are up, totally empty the air. Empty of air, hold the breath. Without breathing, lock your throat and start to lower the vertebra. And as the sacrum comes down, as the hips lower, quickly bring your arms down. Take a resting breath in. Resting breath out. Good, so we'll do that 2 more times. Feel free to stick with the previous variation. Inhale to lift the arms. Briefly hold the breath, expanding the ribs. And then exhale, lifting the hips up. End of exhale, totally empty. Hold the breath. Lock the throat, swallow saliva, and then try to relax your belly. Next stage, full abdominal vacuum. Come down vertebra by vertebra. Quickly lower the arms when you're done, and then take a breath in. Last one. And then take the feet a little wider and windshield wiper the legs side to side. You're welcome to open your arms wide or keep them bent, your choice. Stretching into the hips, low back. And take this time to reconnect with a smooth ujjayi breath, soft ocean breath. And so notice how the intermediate variation I gave wasn't really doing a handstand or anything. It was more about breath control. And that's an important thing to keep in mind. And then come back to center, Apanasana. Draw your knees in towards your chest, cross the ankles, holding behind the knees. Roll along the length of the spine, massaging the back. Spread the shoulder blades wide. If this doesn't feel comfortable, that is quite a common experience. Feel free to skip it, just going into sitting. Otherwise, you can really enjoy massaging along the back. Maybe you find a nice knot you want to roll on. It's like primitive foam rolling. And then we'll meet in sitting. So any old comfortable seat, could be cross-legged or Padmasana. Find a comfortable pose and bring your hands over your knees. And then with an exhale, we'll push through the hands, round the back, look navel. Inhale, slowly rock forward, lengthening the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, shoulders forward, drop the chin. And then inhaling, slowly roll up, lift the ribs, lift the chin. Exhale, look navel, round in. Imagine rowing a boat on the inhale. So there's a gentle effort to draw the arm bones back. Very good. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, roll up. And last one. And if this technique is looking familiar, this lift of the ribs, you may notice Arnold Schwarzenegger was big on this. Classical bodybuilding. Take the hands forward, and we're looking for these same movements in table pose. So we're looking for the same things in different positions. As you exhale, push into your hands, drop the tail. And as you inhale, start to roll forward through the vertebra, expand the chest and then the chin. Exhale, drop the tail. Head is the last thing to move in. Inhale, draw the heart forward. Start to lift the buttocks. End of the movement, lift the chin. Exhale, drop the tail. Spread the shoulder blades. Look inwards. And a few more. The neck is the most flexible part of our spine, so we're looking at this movement as leaving the neck out of it until the last moment, and then go for it. Encouraging movement in other parts of the spine, especially through the middle back. And on your next exhale, cat pose, look to your navel. Downward facing dog, push your hips back. Inhale, table position, slowly lower your knees. Exhale, sit back a little bit towards the heels, not quite all the way. You're resisting the movement. Again, inhale forward, table position. Exhale, cat pose, look to your navel. Downward dog, hold your breath. Empty of air. Engaging the core, inhale, knees down. Exhale, sit back, heavy tail. And a few more to go. So feel free to move with your breath. Intermediate form is holding after the exhale. Angry cat pose, hold the breath. Down dog. And hold down dog as long as you can hold the breath out. Engage your core before you breathe in, lowering your knees. A few more vinyasas, going at your own pace. Do what feels comfortable. And you have full creative license as well. And then we'll meet in downward dog eventually. Walk your hands towards your feet. Bend your knees, ragdoll position. Turn your feet out a little more. Hold on to your elbows. Try to let your torso sway between your legs, so big bend of the knees, allowing the spine to release. This pose is often taught with straight legs. For our purposes, let's bend the knees even more so that your belly can relax, your spine can get long. Letting gravity assist you. Notice the strengthening happening in the back of the legs as you work them more like a loaded squat. Heavy heels, strong buttocks. It's actually pretty tough. Bend the knees even more. Bend the knees even more. If you think I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to you. If you don't think I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. Just kidding. Let's walk the hands forward, downward facing dog. And go ahead and walk your dog. Move the hips side to side, wagging the tail. And try to cultivate the inner feeling of a dog. That unrestrained enthusiasm. Can't wait to go for a walk. I get to walk with friends today as well. How sweet is that? Hey, friends. Sorry, I've been in the hot room for too long today. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, modified chaturanga. Bend the arms, lowering the knees. Inhale, cobra pose or upward dog, you choose. Exhale from the core, downward facing dog. And repeat. Inhale to plank. Feel free to walk the hands forward more. Exhale, chaturanga. Knees could lower, hips could lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale from the core, downward facing dog. Take a breath in to lift your heels up. This time, bend the knees on the exhale. Look to your hands. Step forward. Inhale, half lift. Chin comes up. Exhale, fold, bowing the head in. Inhale, lift the arms over the head and salute the sun. Exhale, arms at sides. And take a few resting breath in Mountain Samastitihi. Bring your hands together. And close the eyes. Bring the awareness in again, feeling the breath. Starting by slowing the exhale. Notice that downward flow that contracts and squeezes in towards the spine. And then imagine the inhale as a force that flows up, radiating out through the ribs, going all the way up to the heart. Again, the exhale flows down, anchors, connects us to the pelvic floor. And then we're breathing up from the pelvic floor. Belly, maybe you feel it in the sides of the spine, low back, upper spine. And then play with leaning forward into the feet and leaning back very slowly. You can keep the eyes closed for this. Toes spreading and rooting. And so bring up a little bit of squeeze in the back of the legs. Engage the front of the legs. Strong legs like a mountain. And with an exhale, we'll open the eyes, arms at sides. On a long inhale, lift the arms. And then reach forward, looking to thumbs. Exhale, folding. Lean back through your heels, hands to the legs, or touch the floor. Inhale, lifting the heart, lift the chin halfway. Fold again. Exhale to bow in, tuck the chin. Lift the head, and then come all the way up. Inhale, arms wide. Look thumbs. Mountain pose, exhale. Really stretching that exhale to get stable again. From that stability, inhale. Lift chin behind arms, look thumbs. Exhale, toes spread, lean back through your heels. Empty to bow in. Inhale, roll up halfway. Lift your chin and look up. Exhale, fold. Follow your nose, tucking the chin. Lift the head, spread the arms. Inhale up. Notice the back of the legs working. Exhale, arms at sides, mountain pose. If it hurts to look at your thumbs, you can either stop at eye level or go shoulder width. Both are great. So find your posture, inhaling to reach again. And exhale, folding. You're welcome to bend your knees as you continue down, touching the floor. Roll up halfway. Inhale. Legs are still strong. Fold again. Exhale, bow in. Lifting the head. Inhale, spread up. Option to look thumbs. Exhale, arms at sides. And once more. So inhale, we lift the shoulder blades for the overhead ranges. Shoulder blades up to the ears. And then exhale, folding. This is, again, an overhead range. Shoulders up to the ears. Look up, inhale, push into your hands. Step to plank. This is where we can draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. A long, slow breath. Stretching the exhale with ujjayi, ocean breath. And you're welcome to modify or adapt the pose at any time by either going into ragdoll or going into puppy dog with the knees down. If you feel strain in the wrist, it may be helpful to bend your knees more, allowing the hips to draw back. If you're really flexible, try to root your heels into the earth. Engage your abs even more. One more breath. Next exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, jumper step. Inhale to look up, lift the chin. Exhale, bowing in, shoulder blades lifting and spreading. Inhale, lift the arms, coming all the way up. Lift the shoulders to support the head. And exhale, mountain pose. Tucking the chin. Inhale, lift up. Option to lift chin behind arms. Exhale, fold. Hands down, look belly button. Slow inhale, lift the heart, and then push into your hands. Exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale from the core, downward facing dog. You may also find it nice to step the feet a few inches closer to your hands, shortening the dog a little bit. And then draw in through the core of the body by really emphasizing the exhale breath. Continuously reach out through the heel of the palm. Make your arms longer and longer. Shoulder blades lifting to ears. Even the shoulders can lift to the ears. 2 more breaths. Next exhalation, lift the heels. Bend your knees and look forward. Step or jump. Inhale to look up. Exhale to fold in. Spreading arms. Inhale to standing. Exhale, arms at sides, mountain pose. And hands to heart center, take a breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, get as low as you can comfortably. With heavy heels, inhale, sit taller. Chair pose, look thumbs. Exhale, fold, hands down, look belly button. Half lift, inhale, slow, option to push through your hands. Low plank, exhale, bending arms. Inhale, up dog, head is the last moving piece. Exhale from the core, down dog, right foot forward, back foot flat. Tucking your chin, inhale, warrior one. Head is the last moving piece, go for it. Exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look navel as the left foot steps forward, back foot flat. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale from the core, downward facing dog. And we'll take about 5 breaths. And you're welcome to play with your dog. I'm going to play with the spinal wave myself. If you've never seen it before, have a look. So I'm going to tuck my chin and exhale. Whoa. And then inhale, lift the chin, down dog. Tuck the chin, exhale. Lift the chin, inhale. Whoa. So sound effects, you can make them if you want. Whoa. It's almost better than exhaling. Whoa. I've even taken classes where you chant Om instead of exhaling. What a trip. We wouldn't even need music then. Imagine. Om. It would take a long time to do things, though. Whoa. Whoa. There's a few woes in the room. I'd like to see that. The enthusiasm of the dog. Whoa. Whoa. All right, so let's bend the knees, downward frog, jumper step, slow inhale to the half lift. Exhale, fold in. Bend your knees. Inhale, lift arms. Exhale, standing in mountain. Hands to heart center, inhale, do one more. Exhale, heavy heels, shoulders forward. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, hands down, look navel. Slow inhale, look up. Chaturanga on your exhale. Tuck the chin, inhale. Head is the last thing to lift. Exhale, look navel, right foot forward, back foot flat. Warrior one, take your time on the inhale, and then lift your chin. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, left foot forward. Round your back, heavy tail. Heels rooted, roll up through the inhale. And then look thumbs. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whoa. And breathe. So what we're really learning is the art of floating. The art of floaty handstand, graceful movement. Without having to do a handstand. We train it in way simpler movements, and then there's a crossover over time. This also is the key to really great back bending and breathing. It's all connected. One more breath. Exhale to bend the knees, look thumbs, and jump. Inhale to look up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana, look thumbs. Exhale, standing tall, arms at sides. And take a breath in, hands to the waist, separate your feet. Lift the heart. With an exhale, bend your knees, shoulders forward a bit. Spinal wave. Inhale, stand tall, and then lift the heart, and then lift the chin. Exhale, bend your knees a bit. Shoulders forward, keep bending, look navel. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the heart, and then lift your chin. Exhale, lead with the chin, bending your knees more and more, and then bow in. A few more to go. So this really exaggerated movement is super helpful for awakening the connections that are necessary. If that feels really familiar, you might make the movements more subtle, which can look like this. This is my exhale. Inhale. So we're breathing into the low back, and then allowing that breath to lift the heart.
And then lift the chin.
Last one. Now on your next exhale, keep on folding. Knees bent or straight. Hook your big toes with peace fingers and thumbs. Inhale, roll up halfway, holding onto your toes. Lift your chin. Exhale, fold, bow in, tuck the chin. Again, inhale, lift the heart, straighten the arms, holding your toes. Exhale, bowing in. Last one. Inhale, lift the heart, and then lift the chin, and then stay there for 3 breaths. So as you keep this lifting of the heart, tuck your chin a bit, looking down your nose between your feet. Keep lengthening forward through the crown of the head. Legs are strong, big toes rooting. End of the next inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, fold, bowing in, releasing some of the effort. Breathe deep. Inhaling, lift the heart halfway. Look up. Exhale, step on the palms of your hands. You're welcome to bend the knees more. Try to get your toes into your forearms, bending the knees. Again, inhale, lift your ribs, and then look up. You can stay here. Phase 2, you might straighten the legs a bit. Exhale, fold. And breathe. Explore tucking the chin a little bit to help lengthen the back of the neck. Try to aim your elbows towards your legs. A little bit of external rotation in your shoulder. Next inhalation, lift the heart, and then look up. Exhale, bend your knees more, hands on your waist. Tucking the chin, inhale to roll up like a wave. And exhale, mountain pose. And then we'll turn to the side of the room, facing the windows for those of you in studio. We'll stand in the middle of the mat in mountain pose, bending your knees, hands together. You'll get really low. Pulse on your heels a bit. See if you can feel your bum working. Play around with it, pulsing up higher, lower. This is Pilates. I'm just joking. I've never taken Pilates in my life. I hear good things. Okay, so now we spring up a little higher and get lower, higher and lower. Consciously contract the buttocks to come up. This might be the most useful thing we've done today. I have no idea. I have no idea what you need. Only you know. And do you know? Maybe you do. So we'll hop the feet 3 feet apart. Inhale. Good. And then hop the feet together. Exhale. And again, bend the knees and hop. Feet together. Exhale. If that's too much, you can simply stand with the feet apart, repeating that exercise, going from bent to straight. 2 more to go. We're trying to use the buttocks to come up. This helps sort out all the different yoga postures. And we'll meet with straight legs, feet apart. Take a breath in to open your arms up. Exhale, right foot to the front of the mat, left toes in a bit. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, triangle pose. Pelvis turns towards the front foot. And then we'll take the hand down wherever it wants to fall, whether that's near the leg or on the big toe. Counteraction, slightly lift your heart away from the floor, using the core of the body and the strength in the back of the legs. Try looking at the top thumb. On your exhale, look down. Bend your right knee. Inhale, lift both arms. Exhale, reach forwards, lifting your left heel. Phase 2, lift the left leg. From there, option to tip forward more. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Toes are spreading. Legs are strong. Looking down the bottom hand. Strong in the core, bend both knees, lift the heart, and then land the left foot. And inhale, parallel feet, straighten the legs, right foot in, left foot out. Triangle on the other side. Exhaling, let your pelvis turn towards your left foot a little. Instead of stacking the hips, let the pelvis move with you. Allow the right hip to turn inwards. And then once you place the hand, lift the heart away from the floor a little more. That might mean sliding your hand higher up your leg to connect with the strength of the Apana, which is the core and the backs of the legs toning up, giving support to the low back. Gazing at that top thumb. Try to slow your breath again. Long exhale. One more slow inhale. On your last exhale, look down, bend your left knee. Inhale, move from the core to lift the arms, lift the heart. Exhale, reach forwards, lifting your right heel. You can stay on right toes or fully lift the leg. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Gazing down your bottom thumb. Use that energy in the back of the legs and core again. You can use it more strongly in this pose than in triangle. Enjoy the dance. This is also a posture related to dogs, but it's the one the human does. And then next, exhale, bend both knees. Moving from the core, lift the heart. Woo, and then land the foot. Inhale, parallel feet. Exhale, right foot to the front. Turn the left foot in more and step it closer. So you're trying to turn your pelvis towards your right foot. You might be on the same track. Most of us benefit by going a little bit wider. Not quite hip width, but in that direction. Again, inhale, open your arms up. Exhale, bend your right knee a little and twist. Left hand to the outside of the leg or touch the floor next to the foot. Revolved triangle. Grounding the heels. Squeeze the feet towards each other. Look to either hand. Exhale to look down. Bend your right knee. Inhale, lift the left arm to come up. Turn to the other side. Exhale, position the right foot. Same track or wider. Again, inhale. Twist through the exhale. Right hand outside the shin or to the floor. You could have a bend in the left knee. As flexibility increases, you might work with a straighter leg. But make sure that you're still looking for the Apana, the strength in the back of the legs. Very helpful to bend the knee to find that, and then press the left foot towards the other foot. On the exhale, look down, bend the knee, lead from the right arm on the inhale, coming up, turn to the side. Exhale, hands to the waist, bring the heels a little wider, toes in slightly. Wide-legged fold. With your inhale, spinal wave, lift the heart, and then the chin. Exhale, hands down. Once your hands are down, do a few more spinal waves. Halfway up on the in-breath, chin is the last thing to lift. Exhale, lead with the chin to fold, and then bow in. Lift the heart on the in-breath. Chin is the last thing to come up. Exhale, fold. And then once more. So use the inhale breath to find a lift in the heart, and then hold the posture, 3 breaths. With your hands fixed to the floor, press them back, engaging under the armpits while drawing the heart forward. So it's like you're pulling back with your hands, but there's super glue on them. See if you can feel that engaging underneath the armpits. Push into the hands to spread your shoulder blades. And then 5 breaths. So exhale, fold forward. If you'd like to invert the posture, you're welcome to. It's a really nice place to do headstand if that's in your practice, interlacing fingers. It's like 2 half moons put together. And that's a great way to work it. It's only going up halfway with the legs wide. Sticking out the butt a little bit can help. If you want to get fancy from there, bring the left leg fully into headstand. Squeeze the inner thigh muscles with the right leg down halfway. And then change directions. Inhale to go wide. Exhale, right leg up, squeeze inner thighs. If that feels pretty comfortable, the next phase is squeezing inner thighs, adding a twist to the movement using the abdominals more. And the next phase from there is actually holding those postures. 3 breaths or long. Sorry, I lost my sound in headstand. For those of you on the stream, sorry about that. Thanks for letting me know. So if you'd like an extra challenge, if you would like your legs to be sore tomorrow, strong apana, hands forward, lift your heart. Pull your heels towards each other, trying to stay as upright as possible. And the slower, the better. This is also really good for when you fall on the ice outside. We're training the position. I fell down the stairs in a full split last year, and I didn't get injured. It's because I was doing it in my practice. And then left leg bending, right leg straight. Pause there, lifting right arm, just like presenting a magic trick or a lion. Option 2, turn the shoulders in. Half or full bind. So if you have the bind, try to grab your right wrist. Allow your hips to turn out as much as possible. If you don't have the full bind, just trying is actually really good. Aiming the fists towards each other. I've actually been doing that on purpose in some postures to access some more pretzel-y stuff. Very humbling. Good. Exhale, look down, arms forward. Inhale, slow-mo transition. Exhale, right leg bending, and present the trick. Ta-da! Feel free to turn your shoulders in. Turn your left chest to the sky. Focus mainly on the position of the spine and working the legs. Exhale, look down. Inhale, back to center, hands to floor. Exhale, walk the feet in a little bit closer. You're either going to really like this next trick or you won't at all. So let's look forward, bend your knees. Oh, there's that burn again. And then right hand inside the leg, holding the back of the right ankle. Same thing with the other hand. You're going to start wiggling your arms under your legs. Lift the heel, wiggle it closer to the center. One leg and then the other. Good. Option 1, heels heavy, look forward, lift your chin. Option 2, hands to the floor, lean back, squeezing your legs in. If you get lift off, you might hook the ankles. You might fall back onto your bum like me. Fingertips are going to aim forward, though, same directions as your toes. If you're quite flexible, you can try to do Titibhasana, legs out. That's it, Ben. That's the move. Yeah, that's it, Ryan. So falling, you should be proud of yourself if you fell back on your buttocks. It means you're on the right track. All right, and then we'll lift the hips, land the feet. Very good. Oh, wow, is that ever hard? So inhale, lift the heart halfway. Exhale, turn your right foot to the front of the mat. Lower your left knee down, low lunge. Let's chill. Fold the left edge of the mat over for extra padding. Feet hip width or wider. Think of your front leg the same as Skandasana. So should your knee be over the ankle? If you squat with your knee past the ankle, go for it. So we'll take a breath in, opening the arms. Exhale, twist. Forearms together. Again, inhale, bend the knee as much as you're comfortable. Open up. Exhale, reverse. One more vinyasa this way. Exhale, reverse.
Good. Now take the hands to the back of the head. Inhale. Exhale, reverse with a twist. Left shoulder towards right knee. Inhale, lift the heart, bend the knee. Exhale, reverse and twist. And once more. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, twist. Help your left arm outside the leg now. Hands to prayer, turning the chest open. Option 2, take the hand to the floor on either side of the foot, right arm to the sky. And breathe. Once you find your pose, start to load up the right heel, knee over ankle. Pick up the back knee and breathe. Slowly step your left foot next to your right foot. Keep the twist. Hands to prayer position. Option 2, binding. Right arm behind the back. Make a fist. Half bind. And breathe. See how low you can sit into the heels. And then look forwards, coming into a toe squat. We'll let the heels come up. So option 1, hang out in a toe squat. Bringing a nice stretch into your toes. Option 2, keep the twist. Option 3, lean over to the right. Round your back, bend the arms. As the heart comes down, the legs can come up. Side crow. It's good to start with knees bent. If that comes easily, try scissor legs. Come back to bent knees, returning to the center. One big breath in. Lion's breath out. Hands forward, inhale, plank or crow. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot forward, lower the right knee. Low lunge vinyasas again. So find your stance, feet hip width or wider. And then with your next inhale, open the arms, bend the knee. Exhale, reverse, forearms together. And repeat 2 more times. I just stopped saying bend the knee for a while when Game of Thrones was really big and Daenerys Targaryen was coming into power. Bend the knee, Jon Stone. Good. Now on the next inhalation, we'll bring the hands to the back of the head, open the elbows, exhale, twisting, reversing the bend. Inhale, lift the heart, bend the knee. Exhale, reverse and twist. And then one more Jon Stone. Exhale, twist, take your right arm outside the leg if that's available, or take your hand to the floor on either side of the foot. Left arm up. As you find your footing, root the heel. Pick up the right knee. So your front knee would be over the ankle more or less for this one. You can play around with it. As long as it feels strong, it's right. It's not really a mechanical position. It's more a strength thing that we're looking for. Looking to the front foot, step your right foot next to your left. And then take that left arm behind the back for a half bound position. Right arm outside the leg if possible. Feel free to modify. See how low you can go. Toe squat. Sit low, let your heels come up. This is a great place to stay, just rooting into the toes. Option 2, side crow, leaning off to the left. Elbows squeeze in, hands squeeze in. Maybe scissor legs. If you have a tight IT band, I apologize. And then back to the center. Take a breath in. Breath out. Vinyasa. Inhale, crow pose. I'm going to do the baby crow for fun. Exhale, chaturanga. Baby crow is actually harder. It's just a trip. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. And then inhale, lower your knees to the floor. Exhale, lift the hips up. Camel pose, Ustrasana. For some reason, it helps to tuck in your shirt, and it helps to pull your pants up. It's kind of like wearing a waist. Yeah, there's the look. Yeah. So if you don't have high-waisted pants, you can do it anyway, just for this pose. And I think it's because of the lower transverse abdominis. It's like no transverse, a little bit of transverse. It's kind of like zipping up. And that's the action of the back bend, is trying to get that initially. can also imagine rowing a boat as you breathe in. So zip up. Take a breath in, looping your shoulders up and back. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, exhale, drop the tail, lift the pubic bone, tensioning your core to lean back. And return on the in-breath. You want to make sure you can control these ranges before going into circus mode. Control the range. And then with practice, once you can control that aspect of it, this is a more intermediate skill. We actually try to keep the back bend, still tensioning the front while going back in space. This is often demonized on Instagram, but it's the key to going all the way back. So start with, explore it, and then we'll go into full camel. So you can use that technique to grab your heels or keep your hands by your low back. Slowly relift. That was based on the same principle. So we're trying to expand the thoracic as much as we can. Lift the heart to the chin. If you're feeling really good, imagine squeezing a yoga block in between your legs. And then release the head back. Keep lifting the heart. As long as you can, keep breathing. The breath will not be deep. Try to regulate it. Before you come up, lift the pubic bone, lean back, just like we did in the warm-up, and then use your core to come up. Take a moment to feel the residue. Great. And then we'll bring the forearms to the floor. So shoulders over the elbows to start. Lift your knees, push your hips back. Dolphin. Bring the feet together. As you exhale, lift the heels. Come forward more, shoulders over elbows. Inhale, push your hips back. Exhale, forward, strong in the core of the body. It's kind of like a spinal wave, but we're on our forearms. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, shoulders over the elbows. Pause. Lift your hips higher. Walk your feet closer to your elbows. Press your heart to your feet. Work with that movement. If you know forearm stand, go for it. The action you need to do forearm stand from here is pushing your heart towards your feet. So it may be helpful to bend the knees and stay there. If you have some wall space, lucky you, go for it. It's really that action of shoulders over elbows and then pushing the heart through the hands. Take rest whenever you need it. Feel free to come back up again. Working the dolphin. If you're not quite ready for forearm stand, you can work the dolphin in a number of ways. So one of which is shoulders over elbows, heart towards the feet, and then swing your right leg up and down, grazing the back of your left heel. And then other leg. You're trying to keep the foot that's on the floor close to the midline. That way you're training these muscles that hug the midline, tapping the heel, swinging. And when you're finished, you can come into a squat or child's pose. And let the spine release down, relaxed. Notice the residue. And that kind of work we did is a strong blend of the two energies in the body, the prana, which is related to opening up and inhaling, and the apana, which is stabilizing, flows down and relates to exhaling. The more complicated postures just involve stronger and stronger blends of both those energies. Whereas a lot of easier postures are more biased towards one of the energies, sometimes while overlooking the other. Let's meet in a seated position, taking the legs wide apart. And so if you're a little bit tight and you have a strap at home, you can loop it around both feet, holding one end with each hand. Great trick. You try to lift the heart as much as you can. Awesome, Doug. That's it. And then you try to push your feet out into the strap, seeing how much you can straighten the legs. So maybe that's where you stay. If you're a bit looser, take a breath to spread the arms. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Inhale, come up 3 times. If you're kind of tight, I was really tight for a long time, so this would have to be right away. So in that case, you might try taking your hands forward and pulling them back in towards you. And then when you're at home later with a strap, you can try it with a strap or a belt around each foot. This will help you awaken the connections of the prana pattern of back bending to open the chest while folding. And then pause at your sweet spot, 5 breaths. We have no idea what it's supposed to look like. I'm not even going to look. I'm going to close my eyes. You do whatever you want. Whatever feels good in your body is great. So I encourage you to close your eyes and go inwards. There's also the practice of meditative gazing, which is just barely keeping your eyes open, as if you were bored or sleepy. The eyes are part of our brain, so the way we use them can affect the quality of our thoughts, the vibration patterns in the nervous system that influence the way we think. Very good. And then inhale, rise up. You're welcome to keep your legs as they are. Option 2, fold the right foot in. Whichever pose you're in, turn your chest towards your right knee. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, side bend over your left leg. If you're a bit tight, it will be helpful to bend your left leg so you can angle over it a little bit more. You can think of it like a seated version of side angle. As flexibility increases, that left leg can get straighter. Continuously turn your chest to the sky. If you're really bendy, you might hold the foot with the left hand. Moving from the core, inhale up. Exhale, right hand behind you. Inhale, bend your right knee if you haven't yet. Lift your hips and breathe. Sending the breath up the sides of the spine. From there, you may move into more of a back bend. Very similar to camel once you're back bending. And taking the arm by the ear, exhale, sit back slowly. Switching sides, right leg out, left leg straight or folded in. Turn towards that left leg. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, side bend over the right leg. Remember, you could have your right leg bent if you're a bit tight. And then over time, as flexibility increases, you might find it nice to straighten the right leg while still turning the chest open. Use the exhale to connect in with the core of the body. Start to lift the heart. Inhale, right arm back, left leg bending, right leg straightening. Open up. Back bending or side bending, you choose. And then taking that right arm by the ear, exhale, sitting. Bring the legs out in front. Take a breath in. And then exhale, laying onto your back. Happy baby or plow pose, your choice. This will be our last pose before resting. So feel free to lay on your back, holding the feet, bending the knees. Happy baby. Happy baby is a really interesting pose because it could be involving keeping the sacrum and back on the floor, or it could involve rolling over the shoulders, which is actually a sort of progression or adaptation of full plow. Very cool. And so once we know the rules, we can break them and discover all kinds of cool stuff about our bodies. Just like music. And then as you exhale, slowly lower your spine. Bend your knees. Wrap your arms around the legs for Apanasana. Give yourself a little squeeze. And at long last, we'll let go into Shavasana, corpse pose, releasing the body.
And Shavasana is a great opportunity to practice complete non-attachment, letting go, physically as well as mentally. Knowing that we've tended well to the instrument, we can let go and trust the process. Thank you very much for practicing. Take all the time you can to rest. It's all of our official time, so thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed yourself. And my name is Mike. Hope to see you on the mat soon. For those of you in the studio, you can catch me here on Thursday evening as well for a triple header. So wake up nice and early, and try to book into them all. Thank you so much.